Hey guys, it's me again. We are in lesson 4 and it's all about triple C accountability. So, guys, I heard a quote years ago and it's that the rent that you pay here on earth is the service to others. And this one isn't about service, it's really about you being mindful and you being able to understand that the world doesn't belong to you, right? It's not yours. Your house doesn't technically belong to you until it's paid all the way off. Your car technically doesn't belong to you until it's paid all the way off. And I had a conversation with my dad, just kind of digress really quickly. And me and him were going back and forth. And he was like, he's always big to say, like, this is my house, this is my house. So I came back at him when I got older and had a house and had my own house. I was like, no, it's not. And he was like, excuse me, whose house is it? I said, it's the bank's house. You don't have it paid off yet. And so then we laughed, and it really created this course. Because I think we sometimes walk in other people's houses and we feel like we can do whatever we want. Or we go into other people's jobs and we feel like we can do whatever we want. Or we go to people's college dorm rooms and we feel like we can do whatever we want. Do you have that friend that literally every time they get into your vehicle that you're paying for, that you're gassing up, that you're paying for the maintenance, and they changing your radio station, and they turning down your AC or turning up your AC, or oh my God, just look, I almost had to put a friend out for this one. They are taking off their shoes and putting their nasty, unpedicured, manicured feet on your dashboard or out the window like we're on South Beach or something. That ain't it. That is not adulting like a pro. So what this is about and what this birthed out of is I had a mentee that was living with me and he did not do any of these three things, and I had to really coach him on something simple that really helped him now have his own place and he's doing his own thing, right? And it's called triple C accountability. So the first C is all about contribution. Contribution. I want you to ask yourself before we even continue, what are you contributing to the world? No, not that job, not you being a good parent, not you, making a little bit of money or whatever those different things are. Like, how are you really contributing to the world? How are you contributing as you're living in your parents' house? How are you contributing to something without somebody asking you to do something? That's the big question. Like, what are you actually doing? Like, why are you here? Like, what is your contribution? Because a lot of times we may be doing something just because somebody asked them. What is your contribution to your relationship? What is your contribution to your friendships? What is your contribution to your job outside of your salaried role that they actually pay you for? Like, what is your contribution? That's step number one. The second thing is determine if you are using consideration. Like, how are you being considerate of other people? I used to always be that person that would literally be late all the time and act like I'm early. Like, oh, the party don't stop till Kyle get here. No, that's disrespectful. And you're not being considerate of other people's time. You're not being considerate of other people's schedules and other people's lives. You're being disrespectful. And that's, again, not adulting like a pro. So how are you considering other people's feelings when you're having a conversation with them? Or when you're just saying whatever comes to your mind, or you feel this way, so you feel like because that's just how you feel, you can communicate in the way that you communicate. No, that's not okay. Or you're not considering, when you go over to someone's house and you get off their couch and the pillows are all over the place, or you spend a night over someone's house and you don't make up the bed. And you just think that this is the Marriott or the Ritz-Carlton, or you don't take out the trash when you go over someone's house. Look, I could go on. Y'all feel it. Y'all feel where I'm coming from. So I want you to really be considerate of all of the things around you. I want you to act like when you go into places like you own it. And what I mean by that, if that was your house, how would you treat it? If that was your car and someone was in it, how would you want them to treat it? So don't lose your ownership because you're in someone else's place and you feel like you're some king or queen. Now, you're a king or queen, but I need you to act like that and have some respect for other people's property as well. Number 3 is the key, and we talked about it last lesson, is communication. Guys, communicate. If you're running late, communicate. If you need a little bit of space sometimes, communicate. If you're having a bad day and you just kind of want to, express some things, communicate. If someone makes you feel a certain type of way, communicate. If your boss is being disrespectful, communicate. If you are staying with somebody else and you're coming a little bit later past curfew, communicate. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Now, I taught you how to communicate, in the last lesson. So I need you guys to go back to that and really get comfortable with these three things in consideration, contribution, and communication. The world is yours, but it doesn't belong to you. I'll see you guys next lesson.